Hello, guys. So I was playing a bit of EU4, not 5 yet. And I was watching this video right here. I close YouTube and OBS and all that, but just make sure we're live first before I go into what I was saying. This lady right here is fucking crazy, dude. I don't know if you can see where my mouse is on the thing, but like, this person right here, the fat one, dude, she's crazy. She's literally insane. She threw mashed potatoes on this dude, and that sounds so weird when I say that, but I'm just gonna put the video back to the beginning and you'll watch.
Not vote for Trump, we'll vote for you. That's what you're saying.
In a general election, yes. If it is me versus a Republican, I think that I will win the people who did not vote for Trump.
What if it's you versus another Democrat?
I don't intend that to be the case.
Well, that's convenient.
So how do you not intend that to be the case? Are you going to ask them not to run?
No, I'm saying I'm going to build the support. I have the support already in terms of name recognition. And so I'm going to do the very best I can to make sure that we get through this primary in a really strong position. But let me be clear with you. I represented Orange County. I represented a purple area. I have stood on my own 2 feet and won Republican votes before. That's not something every candidate in this race can say. If you're from a deep blue area, if you're from LA, or you're from Oakland, you don't have an experience.
You just said you don't need those Trump voters.
Well, you asked me if I needed them to win.
So you don't
I feel like this is unnecessarily argumentative. What is your...
You see her getting mad, bro, getting her hands up, everything like this.
Okay,
Can you imagine
I
having
think
to deal
we're
with
live on
somebody
YouTube.
like this?
Give me a
Oh my
second, guys.
god.
Just checking.
This is like an elite Karen raid boss.
Okay, cool, we're live. But yeah, this lady's beyond crazy, dude. Literally beyond crazy.
The empowering
you'll see in a
voters to
second.
stop Trump's power grab. Every other candidate has answered this question. This is not
Correct. And I said I support it.
So, and the question is, what do you say to the 40% of voters who voted for Trump?
Oh, I'm happy to say that. It's the do you need them to win part that I don't
So why not just say tell them to fuck off? Like, you can clearly see that she's avoiding the question because her real answer to it is fuck them, I don't care about them, but she doesn't want to say that because it sounds bad. But the problem is that people like this are so obnoxious and so annoying that anything they do sounds bad because this is just what they do.
I'm happy to answer the question.
But yeah, in the game we're playing as
Do you think you need any of those 40% California voters to win? And you're saying no, you don't.
No, I'm saying I'm going to try to win every vote.
Yeah, we kind of lost our
what I'm saying
campaign, even though Sweden is like OP as fuck.
You know you're getting wrapped up.
We only have one of our primary
I
culture
mean, this is my
provinces.
opinion. Is like if you get flustered and upset like this on an interview, but you can't even answer a simple question like this, like you do not need to be running anything.
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it.
Uh-oh. She's mad.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm
Road
not with
raging
7
cow.
follow-ups to every single question.
It's actually only one follow-up. It's really just one.
Every other candidate has the
I don't care. I want to have a positive conversation with you ask me about every issue on this list. And if
with everybody, I want to have an interview where you ask me about how right I am about these different topics. And I want to, like, how do you say that you want a positive interview? Like, this isn't your fucking, this isn't your campaign staff. This is the news. They need to ask you questions. Karen logic? It is. It's Karen logic. It is. Absolutely.
make up a follow-up question, then we're never going to get there.
Yeah.
Make up a
And
follow-up
we're just
question.
going to circle around.
I am an
I have never had to do this before, ever.
That's the problem. That's the problem, is you should have been doing this all along, so we could have filtered your stupid ass out years ago. But for some reason, people put up with your aggressive, patronizing Karen logic and behavior, and now you're here.
You've never had to have a conversation with any reporter? Okay, but every other candidate has done this.
What part of I'm mean?
I'm queen.
What part of, no, I'm special. I don't have
Cow.
No.
And her eyes look insane.
I'm a queen. What?
I'm mean. I'm running for governor for number 2.
What are you reading? Golden Corral? What the fuck are you talking about? afraid of it. No, this is very, very reassuring. Definitely, guys. The exact attributes how Kamala lost, except this bitch is way worse. She's so interesting. Oh my god. There's more of them too.
I'm a journalist, but I will go to my things, and if you don't want to, you don't want to. So nearly every legislative body,
I don't want to have
This lady is so annoying.
This woman would have made a great queen in like a medieval age that sentences servants to like death for like the servant brings her water and the water isn't cold enough and she like just decides that he's gonna get killed. I think you really like this woman was born 1,000 years too late. In like the Middle Ages, times around there, like she could have made a great like a psychopathic
I don't want to
fucking everybody who disagrees with you rule. Like, yeah, this is great. And yeah, Katie Angelman. Yeah, I guess so, right?
I don't want to put any problems with you either. I would love to continue to ask these questions so that we can
Nobody wants that unhappy experience.
feel about every one of the issues that they care about.
She's roid raging that she made a fucking
just about
idiot of herself. That's why she was like leaning back and forth, like she was like, oh my god, oh my god.
Katie Porter would pour scalding hot mashed potatoes on your head if you're not.
This part though.
I would have never assumed. Honestly, this is a big surprise to me. I would have never expected her to waste food. Big Rep Katie Porter scalded ex-husband's scalp with potatoes. Document show. The former husband, that poor man, of Representative Katie Porter said, and yeah, back in the old days, that would have been boiling, hot, burning oil, okay? So remember what I said? It's becoming more and more true. And anyway, Katie Porter said that said that the California Democrat frequently abused him verbally and threw toys, books, and other objects at him during their marriage. Can you believe that? Can you believe? Wow. That's crazy. I instantly, you just look at her, you know it's true. She spent I see her for 3 minutes, I know this bitch is crazy. Can you imagine that? Yeah, but she actually is making a mistake. This isn't you should be running for governor of the Homeowners Association. Not the city, or the state. No, this should be the governor of the Homeowners Association. That's her job. That's what she's meant to do. Even pouring scalding hot mashed potatoes on his head during a fight, according to divorce reports. Matthew Hoffman, who filed for divorce from Porter in 2013, said in a request for a restraining order dated April 30th of that year that he was routinely called a fucking idiot and fucking incompetent by his rage-prone spouse, more like rage-prone crone, who also shattered a glass coffee pot on their kitchen counter in March 2012 when she felt that their house wasn't clean enough. Oh my god, at least, yes, bro, he got away. He got away from it. That's crazy. Yes. And so let's go back. We're going to watch some of these other clips about it too. And let's see if I can find it. Katie Porter. And you can see, obviously, it's just totally going down here. And she was actually winning. Isn't that sad? That's scary, isn't it? And, oh, here's another one. Okay, let's see if I can find any more of this here. She rudely interrupted this interview. Oh, this is Gavin Newsom being an asshole. Yeah, California's really got a lot of winners in it. Okay, so let's go over. We're going to watch another one. And this is her also in her house. This is, I guess, during COVID.
This fall in September, and what it showed is if we don't electrify our transportation sector, that we're going to lose more than 500,000 Californians die prematurely to air pollution and other problems, and the state could lose thousands of fucking jobs.
who that person in the background is, but this lady's insane.
Yeah, somebody's got to get this. Yeah, somebody maybe give her a shot collar for her assistance. Damn, bro.
Okay, you also were in my shop. Stay out of my shop.
She going hog wild.
I'm just going to end with vehicle safety.
How do you let this get oh my god. Like, really? I watched this? Fuck, no, we don't want to deal with this bitch. Oh my god. The Empress? Yes, exactly. Just imagine, have you ever been around a person like this? Because if you have, you know this is real. How's she not embarrassed? Because she's used to getting in her way because she's obnoxious, belligerent, aggressive, and hostile. And most people just give her what she wants so she will go away. That's the
I feel like Denmark is like kind of like
it's like you give her, you're like,
subtly overpowering. Like either that or I suck the game, but I know I don't suck the game, so I used to play it all the time.
Leave. We're gonna give it to
I
you
just
for
have
free.
to. I've been playing a lot of Vic 3 lately, Victoria 3.
The
So,
Giga
that's
Karen?
why.
Yes. This is the final boss right here.
It's kind of nice that
This
it
is
hasn't
the
cut out
2%.
yet. I don't know
Well,
really
you know. And then
what I
it
set up
gets
different
better.
on.
Video resurfaces of
I don't know if it's
Democratic
me changing the
gubernatorial
VPN
candidate Katie Porter
settings,
showing up to work in Washington D.C.
or
in a Batgirl
if it's,
costume. That's right, guys. It gets better. Porter wore the outfit on the same day the Democrats
It might also be
voted for
that I
a resolution
changed the
on ground
encoder
rules
settings
for impeaching Trump
on OBS,
back in
but yeah.
2019. That's right. Oh shit, man, what is this? Yeah, what is this? She listed for? Yeah, this is. Oh my god. There we go, guys. God tier trolling. I guess so. This is what people voted for? Well, I mean, California is a very interesting place with a number of very complex people in it. Nobody knows exactly why or how it's gotten this way, but we know that it is this way. I don't know why. They forgot the cow print. Yeah, the cow print outfit, I guess, was it was taken.
If you return the Batmobile, could you pay for the Green New Deal?
Return the Batmobile. Can you pay for the Green New Deal? Okay, so there you go, right here. And then she drops her drink, and you can see her mauling out over this, right? And yeah, why is she wearing this? I don't know why. Why would somebody do this? This right here, gentlemen.
I have an idea. So I think we're gonna go into.
One of the leading Democrat candidates right here.
Actually, we
This
can
is it.
still. Maybe I'll
Yes, so, yeah,
we're helping us.
yeah, and is that Halle Berry? No, it's not. I can see why you get confused though. Probably talk to your doctor about glasses though. And no H is in the governor of my state. I can't explain it. This is insane. And there's even more of it too. It's not like this. You think this is the end of it? It's not the end of it. This is the Karen Breed. Yes, this is the last boss of all Karens. After every other Karen has been defeated, just be there. The last one standing. Oh God. And let's see here. Hollywood. Yeah, Karen Antoinette. Yeah, I know. And so here you go again.
Oh, yes, this is why I didn't want to. I'm so sorry, but I am about to correct. Hang on 1 second, everybody. Yes, let's be yes. Okay, everybody.
Somebody's about to get, yeah. Somebody's about to get executed. And now. Comes back, all the fucking assistants are dead. Blood over. Okay, alright, now we're fine. Anyway, so we need to have more empathy in this country, and we need to start thinking more about blood everywhere, yeah. Mashed potatoes everywhere? Yeah, and I guarantee her staffers do this to fuck with her. You're right. I bet they're doing it wrong on purpose. They're like, oh, sorry, Katie. Did I take the light on again?
Okay, everybody, I'm sorry.
Did you see that?
What's she bald? There's a fucking 8 head.
I'm sorry about that.
God damn. She got to get the shock collars for everybody. She was afraid, bro. She was terrified.
Oh, I should have just got a national idea.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Why not just sit at the fucking studio desk, you moron? You're sitting there with, you're using a webcam from your laptop. That's obviously good. Just go sit in the fucking studio. You fucking retarded. Like, you can't, you really can't. Oh, wait a minute. There's stairs. You have to go up the stairs to the studio, or to the set. So you can see how this thing's raised. So, yeah, we would never do that. Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, it's like climbing a mountain. Can you believe it's a mountain climbing a mountain? Anyway, so where's a few more of these here? Exactly, it's not hard to believe. Yes, these are the types of women everywhere. Mommy, dearest vibe, yes. And so, and look at all of these other clips. Oh, here we go. Let's listen to her here.
Weird looking.
It was the allegation of groomer and pedophile. It is alleging that a person is criminal somehow and engaged in criminal acts merely because of their identity.
What is this?
So this retarded hog wants to say that pedophiles aren't criminals? Am I getting this right? I can't even believe this.
Their sexual orientation, their gender identity. So this allegation of groomer and pedophile. It is alleging that a person is criminal somehow.
Oh my God.
And engaged in criminal acts merely
trans.
because of their identity. Their sexual orientation, their gender identity.
Yeah, that's a lot. She's addressing her family secrets. Yeah, check if she has kids or not. I mean, those poor kids. I don't know. Maybe that's not it. It certainly sounds fucking weird, man. And yeah, she's the one recording this, so this isn't even the worst side of her. Yeah, I guess so. Like at this point, as a protector, as I told you, a supporter. Yeah, this is nuts, man. Like it's ridiculous. Maybe this is cut in a weird way, but I mean, all these other clips put together. I mean, guys, this is not looking good at all. This is looking real. And then so you got this one. Oh, here we go. She couldn't get more unlikable. All right, let's watch it. Here we go.
I'm running for governor because I'm old. That are killing me. Yes, there's a show. Yes. Okay, everybody, I knocked that It was the allegation of groomer and pedophile. It is alleging that a person is criminal and engaged in criminal acts.
Okay. Maybe she was saying that calling somebody trans means that they're a pedophile and the pedophiles are criminals. Okay, maybe she's not that retarded. She's just a psycho.
Because of
Maybe.
identity. Their sexual
I think that's right. Yeah, maybe.
So on election night, I went to pick up my daughter from Waterfall.
That poor girl. What did you do to her?
And she's 12, and she got in the car and she was crying.
mashed
I don't wanna get
potatoes,
dirty.
bro. The
Oh
mashed
my God,
potatoes.
Let's see if there's any more of this,
Dude,
too.
you
This
make
is
mashed
nuts.
potatoes way too often, you
It's just
fat
like here's
fuck.
Morgan in a wig. I maybe. Katie Porter meltdown. Katie Porter Batman. Oh my God! Look at this. Are there any more of these here too? And let's see here. She's treated staff like garbage. Yeah, sure. I cannot allow you back into the office given your failure to follow office policies. Oh, geez, that's a lot. And, well, you gave me COVID. Oh, she said that oh, man. She thinks somebody gave her COVID. CNN is hiding it.
I think that Katie Porter's making history because she has potentially annihilated her chances to be the next governor of California, more so than any other candidate I've ever seen so quickly. My goodness gracious, what are we talking about right here? Well, let's take a look.
What are we talking about right here?
According to the Kalski prediction market, Katie Porter's chances have fallen through the floor. Just 2 days ago, she was the plurality leader in the prediction market.
Plurality.
40%.
That's a lot.
Now, get this, her chance has fallen by more than half to just 16%. My goodness gracious.
My
Meanwhile,
goodness
Alex
gracious.
He isn't even running. Wait, so she's losing to a guy that's not even running.
who's not even running for governor of California at this point. He's a sitting senator from that state. His chances have gone up through the roof, from 10% all the way to 27%, nearly gone up threefold.
Wow.
Now, one of the big reasons why the prediction market's
Not so good,
so
huh?
much on Katie Porter's chances to be the next governor of
Because she's an
California
obnoxious
is
bitch.
because people are really interested in this story. Take a look here. Google searches for Katie Porter
10,000%.
at an all-time high, despite Katie Porter having a long political career. Get this, up over 10,000.
So she's had a reign of terror that's gone on for quite a while. This is scary.
Percent versus just a week ago, and not so surprisingly, the top topic searched alongside Katie Porter at this point, interview. It turns out maybe you shouldn't
What a surprise.
snap at a local political reporter.
Yeah, or just snap at your own. Like, this is the same thing, and then, oh, you've got this one here, too. Let's see if I can find any more of this. Right there, this woman is obsessed with abortion. Yeah, authorities warn Katie Porter's grown to 600 feet is currently rampaging. Oh, God. And
President Biden has said that inflation is the
I'm gonna let these
number
guys
one
win.
priority for the
I don't
Biden
wanna-
White
I
House
don't wanna
to try
have
to
to.
get under control right now. As you're out there in California talking to constituents during this re-election year for Congress, how does inflation compare to this newly important, in the sense of the Supreme Court decision pending, an abortion issue? How do those two issues compare?
Well, I don't think they compare. I think they actually reinforce each other. So the fact that things like inflation can happen and it can become more expensive to feed your kids and to fuel your car is exactly why people need to be able to be in charge of how many mouths they're going to have to feed. So I think the fact that we're
Maybe
seeing
you
this
eat
jump
all
in
your
expenses,
family's food,
that we're
fat
seeing
fuck.
people having to pay more in the
Fat
grocery
fucking
store, pay more at the
thing.
pump, pay more for housing, is a reason that people are saying, I need to be able to make my own decisions about when and if to start a family. So I don't think we're going to see them. I don't think it's like about comparing them
so you
or
have to abort your kids for inflation. Okay.
contrasting them.
Yeah.
I think they reinforce for people just how big of a responsibility it is to take care of a family.
Yeah, sure, right? That doesn't sound like it's too crazy, but all right, let's look at a few more of these. I mean, the Batwoman thing is, I think this one is crazy. Like, I'm sorry, but if I see somebody do this and they get mad and they drop their drink because they're that mad, that to me, that's it. I've seen enough. Like, I've already seen enough. I don't need to go any farther than that. I think that I already know more than enough. You check Trump Streusel, it's Halloween, bro. No, it wasn't. That's the thing. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Halloween. That's the issue. Like, I'm not sure. Like, was it Halloween? Like, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. It was not.
I honestly think we might be able to get our territory back here if these guys win, which looks like they might.
Y'all get worried about this.
But yeah.
And, soon Trump will lose or go to. Oh
And so
We're gonna start fabricating a spy network on these guys, or done the spy network, and I'm gonna work on supporting preference. I don't know if we have enough money though to do it. We might have to develop Finland a bit. We'll get each to. I think we have a mission to get each of these to.
And so people.
Jesus, bro, like, what is wrong with her? Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, this is nuts. And it's who is this? Oh my God. Border Patrol got Katie Porter. No, this has got to be.
What's your name? I got you. Yep. Debbie Brown.
There's more than one of these things?
Brockman. WGN.
Oh my God. Yeah, holy shit, guys.
It just always plays up next, so
imagine being able to build an app with your name on it. Just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44. A complete describe what you want. And watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. Built for one.
Wait, are we independent now? I think we're independent.
From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems, everything is built in and ready to launch. It's a new creation where you can go as far as your imagination takes you. Can you imagine it? Let's make your dream a reality right now.
Are we independent? I don't know. We are. Wait, I think we are. Oh hell yeah. We're kind of fucked though, because we've got a lot of random territory spread out. We got these guys as a vassal. We got this random thing. We're gonna have to kind of play the underhanded role in the game. I don't really know how we're gonna do this. Might do.
Desperate to cancel me. Of course, canceling me, as always. It's another day. So Hassan's uncle, Chief Peter, who's a co-founder of the Young Turks, in which Hassan used to work on, to my understanding. Well, Cenk had this really weird rant about Asmongold recently, and it's filled with a lot of coke where he's trying to like act like he doesn't know who Asmongold is, despite the fact that this guy is completely in the realm of
I don't even think about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's yeah. Commentator, and that Hassan himself constantly cries about Asman. So you would just expect Cenk to probably know who Asman is. It seems kind of like a lie, at least in my opinion. And then he does this impression of Asmongold that's really just an impression of Alex Jones. And he's trying to act like Asmongold sounds like Alex Jones or something. It's just a really, really weird clip. I'll play it for you. Let me know what you think.
Hey, if you're a Democrat and you're criticizing the right wing, think about if the shoe was another thing. Now, this brother comes along. I don't know who Asman is. I mean, people say maybe that he's got a following.
The way he says it makes me think that he's saying S-Man. Listen to it again.
This brother comes along. I don't know who Asman is.
Like, really? Like, I'm hearing S-Man.
I mean, people say maybe that he's got a following, but I never heard of him, right? And his brother and his co-conspirator, Jägermeister, right? But this guy's talking about, oh yeah, run over protesters. I don't mind it. So you don't mind extreme violence, running over somebody with a car, okay? But why don't we instead arrest them for exercising one of the most fundamental American rights, freedom of speech? The one, remember, that you guys all pretended you were in favor of?
Yeah.
I know some of them meant it, but apparently a lot of them, including Asman and Jägermeister, didn't mean it. They thought, oh, freedom of speech for me, to say that maybe you should be murdered or be made my slave. My freedom of speech, good. And by the way, I wouldn't cancel that. I don't mind him saying the things that he says. Now we know who he is. So, and I'm not afraid of his speech. I'm not afraid that the majority of Americans are going to look at that and go, yeah, well, I think we should, instead of having freedom of speech, if anyone exercises freedom of speech in a way that I don't like politically, we should arrest them, take away all their rights, make sure they can't vote, and then turn them into slaves.
To me, this guy really comes off like he wrote down 100 terrible points and then like chugged a few Red Bulls and was like, how many went down, bro? He speed ran it, didn't he? These terrible points can I get through in like a 1 minute clip? And
I don't know.
Jones impression.
No,
probably what he was doing before he clipped this.
8% of Americans are going to be against that. But Asman thinks that's a great idea.
I feel like this is sped up.
Freedom of speech, almost as left-wingers. How dare they protest our government?
But like, I don't like it is.
Did you see what he said?
As I've said, this is an unprecedented level of buffoonery. These are levels of buffoonery that I didn't even know were possible before.
What the fuck? We have courts on this still. Yeah, we're gonna need to start supporting
level 100 buffoon.
Make sure they can't ever vote again. And I don't know if his followers were like, what an idiot. We said freedom of speech, dumbass. Okay? Or if they're like, yeah, we hate freedom of speech now that we're in charge. Let's turn them into slaves. Are 13 people watching that show? Who would like that kind of monstrously un-American piece of crap like that? Who doesn't believe in America at all?
I mean, I don't consume content like this. I can't imagine that Asmongold, well, whatever his name is, I can't imagine that he is watching this show right now either.
I always find it so trashy and immature when people try to insult Asmon by like intentionally butchering his name with the most grade school level insults you could possibly imagine. And to me, when
I'm gonna be real.
Whatever.
I don't even give the people enough credit.
I
think that they're doing it on purpose. I just assume that they don't know how to say it.
I know
how to say it. Yeah, it's probably true.
Did they already
do that? It doesn't make Asmon look bad. It actually makes them. Anyway, here's part of Asmon.
This guy's talking about, oh yeah, run over protesters. I don't mind it, he says. Yes. So you don't mind extreme violence, running over somebody with a car, okay?
Well, yeah, if they block your road, yeah, absolutely. If they don't let you try to get by and they crowd your car, I think you absolutely should be able to run them over. Yeah. And you can see how, and this is what I think is very funny about this, is that people like this are misrepresenting. This is why I don't debate with people. It's because they're just liars.
I know that
like you can't debate and argue and have a conversation with a person whenever they're not operating on the same wavelength as you are. So when you have somebody like Jank who's saying like, oh well, you're just trying to run out protesters, etc. You're not even trying to engage with the conversation. You're not even trying to understand the point of view that I'm putting forward. You're intentionally misunderstanding it in order to make a point, which is like, that's fine. You want to do that, go ahead and do that. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to take it seriously, okay?
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting how Shank on the Young Turks is supposed to be this like official sort of political commentator.
I was literally like reaction. I just realized that. What the fuck? I'm not really reacting. I'm just watching this and letting you guys watch while I'm like not commenting on my gameplay. Because it's like the game I'm playing right now takes a lot of focus, right? So
I'm just a guy on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really take myself that seriously or anything like that. It's not that big of a deal to me. Like being labeled or acknowledged as a certain thing or anything else. It's not a big deal.
Or Shank tries to present himself as, but he's much more level-headed and actually logical in stuff that he's saying. Not to just like sit here glazing Asmon, but I think anyone looking at this objectively would come to a similar assessment. Shank's over there raging, sounding like a weirdo, and Asmon's just talking normally about this all. Anyways, back to the clip. Asmon moves on from the discussion about how certain violent protesters, or you could just say rioters, have surrounded and physically banged on vehicles, making the driver, of course, fear for their safety. And in other cases, for example, here's what he gets at next, where we've seen like riots in LA, where federal agents are attacked by rioters who are cops, whether they're in vehicles or not.
So a person of deadly force, and so because a police officer is a person, I think that if you throw a rock at a police officer should be able to respond with deadly force by shooting you. That's my logic, that's my reasoning, and that's also Florida's logic. That's exactly what Florida does. So if you're mad at me for saying this, that's totally okay, but you also have to understand there is an entire state in our country that has the exact same viewpoint on this than I do. Don't try to act like I'm some extreme radical or some crazy person when there are states with millions of people in it that agree with this. And I think that most people agree with it. I hate how they misquote you so disingenuously. Well, they have to. They have to. They have to misquote me. They have to misrepresent me. Because they can't argue against what I'm saying. So they have to misrepresent what I'm saying, turn it into something else, and then argue against that. That's the reason why. this too. At a very like if somebody threw a rock at Cenk Uygur, I would say that if you wanted to shoot that guy, go ahead. Yep. Like if somebody's trying to hit you in the head with a rock, I mean, what are we talking about here? Why are we trying to rationalize and justify violent, aggressive behavior from people that are trying to destroy property?
I'm just gonna let it run, boys.
Actively trying to subvert the law. That's what they do. That's it. Nobody wants to have rocks thrown at them. Nobody wants to have anything like this happen to them. It's insane that we should expect police officers to be punching bags. It's unfair to them. It's entitled to the people who are angry, and it's also just the wrong thing to do.
Well, yeah, they're only people they disagree with. They would be outspoken against this stuff, but since it's their side, they're like totally fine with it. Same thing we see on Twitch with Hassan, right? Like they literally protect Hassan, and then people who do far less grievous things than Hassan has done, well, they get banned.
Yeah, Tectone getting banned for calling Frogan fat was like a super big mistake that they made. Like I think Twitch really, it's like they have rules for that, and I think it's okay that it's like if you want to make it a rule that like you can't make fun of or like make fun of a person's appearance or anything like that, that's fine. But there's no real reason that that shouldn't be applied even.
Now moving on from Cenk Uygur, we've got a little update about Hassan here, his nephew. He had posted, Hassan says Colorgate won't have any impact on his mainstream media favorability.
Do you think MSN will change their views on you after this? I feel like you were doing good, making waves, and MSN was no. No. If you notice, a lot of the outlets that have like covered this or attempted to cover this.
I don't know why Hassan tries so hard to seek the approval of mainstream media when he's doing so. Like he's built a massive media empire. Like he has a lot of YouTube channels that upload his content. He has TikToks that are very popular. His Twitter's very popular. Like I find it to be almost kind of degrading that he keeps trying to seek approval from these small publications that I think reach a fraction of the people that he does. That's my opinion.
I'm gonna do a run in Scotland, I think. I don't really think that...
By seeking legitimacy from them,
we'll see.
You remove legitimacy from yourself. By giving other people the ability to define your own legitimacy, you have now decided and told everybody, I am not worthy of being able to define my own legitimacy. I disagree with that. I think it's okay.
Well, we might be able to do something still, I don't know.
Something that mainstream media.
Because if we can support Rebels as like a one,
I would try to seek their approval.
In Lubeck or something, like join Lubeck trade node,
without
trade
any
whatever.
sort of consideration for like defamation or whatsoever. It's been like Fox News, New York Post, shit like that. I'm sure that it doesn't really matter, ultimately. I think it was Gutfeld that even covered it as well.
Yeah.
The Hollywood Reporter covered the story. It was really funny because like they went to PETA, and PETA is like one of the most militant like pro-animal rights organizations out there. And
I don't know.
You can choose to raid a caravan, or you can choose. Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by clicking on it. Meet Base 44.
Desperate to cancel me. This has been a problem on the internet for a very, very long time. And now, finally, some people are talking about it, which is a relief. I'm glad. Here we go. What's a minute?
I kind of wish you could
It's
you could
a
play
derogatory insult to a person of about average intelligence who perceives themselves to be above average.
You know, because you never would die in EU4 unless you're like one of these fucking masters.
That's what the insult means.
On YouTube.
So most people will average. Yes, that would be correct.
Today, we will be looking at the most obnoxious,
but then again, I try and play those smaller countries.
I mean, they're literally what you would get. You took the actually mean and turned it into a literal person. And to clarify,
Not fat enough.
For those who don't know, a midwit is someone who's of average intelligence, and they think of themselves and present themselves as someone of higher intelligence. which is seen in this scene of the midwit. Then after that, we have this pseudo-intellectual. This person is perceptive, they pretend to be knowledgeable or intelligent, while they are somebody who lacks genuine depth and understanding of the subject.
Yeah, those are people that bring up logical fallacies. That kind of stuff.
Things, but they have a lot of overlap. Yeah. And a lot of the traits we just covered, they're generally...
yeah, it's the same person, generally. They're multi-classic.
People. And as somebody who has a lot of experience with these people in general, I believe I have a very good understanding. I know how they operate, why they behave the way that they do.
Anybody who makes content on the internet is fully aware of these people. I don't know if I call them people, but yeah.
Plenty of videos already have gone over this. They've covered this exact same topic. And I would say that they're very valuable. And for the sake of not regurgitating that same information, think of this video as an addendum to the work, and not the end-all be-all. Firstly, we have to understand them, know exactly what drives them. And at their core, they are very antisocial people who are extremely insecure. That is where a lot of their obnoxious behavior stems from. Now, let me give you an example here. Let's say that you were talking to one of these midwits, and you said, the weather outside looks beautiful. Off of that statement alone, they're gonna rush into it and say, yes, it is. And that happens because of the high pressure systems over our heads. You see, the clear skies happen when the air sinks instead of rising the way that the sunlight...
So basically, they're AI before AI was created. They're like a chat GPT pot. Okay, got it.
The atmosphere and makes it look brighter.
Yeah, it's about right.
How we can prove what beauty is at the end of the day. Oh my word.
Yeah.
Just shut up. Nobody cares.
Shut up, retard.
Nobody gives a shit about whatever you're saying right there. We have all had this happen to us. We've had this person who goes on an extremely long tangent that nobody cares about, just for the sole purpose of...
This seems personal about me, but okay.
Demonstrating how much they've read. What is always at the center of their mind is, how can I take
being perceived as a person of above average intelligence, and being able to reflect that in front of other people to make them think that you're superior to them. That's the reason why they do this.
Opportunity to show the people around me how smart and knowledgeable
That's right.
Which at the end of the day is rotten to the core.
Yep.
Because it is only self-serving. We all sense this coming a mile away, and we hate it. Which ties into the key aspect of pseudo-intellectuals. Why they're feigning knowledge, wisdom, or intelligence. They don't learn the things that they do because it's useful to implement it into their own lives. No, they don't care about that.
Nope.
What they care about is using it to impress the people around them.
What a surprise.
Which is just fake and shallow at the end of the day. Everybody hates. And the way we know that is true is because if you pay attention to a person's actions, it will tell you what they value, what their goal is.
Isn't it exhausting to do this your whole life? Well, there's a lot of people that spend their whole life being addicted to stupid things. This is just another version of that. Video. I wouldn't really be that surprised. This is
let's talk about this guy.
If you and me, we were talking,
this is that for them. That's normal.
I start to ask questions.
Yes.
I hear you out. This is my way of conveying without words that I care about you. I got what you deserve my attention. That's what you're showing. On the other hand, if I just ignored it, I talked over you, I just went on irrelevant tangents about the things I know, that is my way to say you are what I truly care about is not you, but it's how
it's all self-referential. It's selfish, self-referential logic that they just want to feel enemies.
This is what you actually mean. And at the end of the day, this action, it doesn't aid in the conversation. It doesn't aid in clarifying anything.
So I'm thinking we might try and form Spain militarily, but I want to use Genoa, one, to get their trade bonuses,
Again, you gotta remember what is
but I might give them a province somewhere around here. Probably down here, because I don't think we need anything in them. We need Valencia, we need Barcelona, and
is they characteristically don't even understand what they're talking about.
But we could give them a TIA, or whatever this nation was.
And he asked me what I do, and I told him I do freelance video. It's nice. What I was focusing on. Oh, I heard there are people who make a lot of money on there. You should try it.
A lot of money? It's $5. It's in the name.
And if you do this smart and let the business come to you rather than seek it out yourself. Into this as a freelancer, it's a lot harder than you make it out. It's not that simple. But he didn't listen. He said, no. Trust me, I've seen it. You can just make an account on there and you'll build it.
This is like somebody trying to sell an MLM scam or something like that. Like, people that constantly try to insist that they know how to do your job better than you do, how fucking obnoxious. Oh my God.
What? Trust me. I mean, just
bro,
hurt, right?
Trust me, I know how it works.
And we were talking about this until I finally asked him and said, wait, have you ever done any video editing yourself or any commissions?
No.
And he said, no. I asked him again, have you done any work on Fiverr?
He says no.
And then he said, nah, man, but I've heard people do really well on it.
Well, see, I read on the internet it said it was good, so you're personally... No, if I read it on the internet, it's real.
And I instantly realized right at that point, I wasted my whole time talking to this fucking idiot who doesn't know anything he's talking about, who's telling me what I should do. And what's worse is if you stop to think about it, you realize these people don't care about you at all. Again, all of this is performative. The only thing he really cared about and when it's here was for me to say,
you're smart.
Yes,
I'm going to help you.
So he can feel good about himself. That's all he wanted. That's all he cared about. The whole proposition was simply self-serving to give him an ego boost. But let me tell you about another story. I one time...
that's a problem. Wow, that's a lot.
You should become a freelance wedding photographer. Your own business.
Sure. Yeah, makes sense.
People who say that type of shit are annoying. It's like, who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares what someone else does? None of your fucking concern. Fucking farmers. Fucking tags.
You can see what the difference there is. So if you're not using what you're saying on somebody else, you're not telling them what to do, you're not trying to like talk down to them or patronize them or something like that. You should rather than I should. Yeah, like you just ask you. And also, like, by the way, this is something that's in general true. Whenever you're having a conversation with somebody and you ask the person questions about what they're telling you about, they're going to like that because it means that you're paying attention to what they're saying. So that's a little life hack. I'm not the best looking guy out there. So if I'm talking to a girl, I need all the help that I can get. And let me tell you something, guys. Asking them about their interests and asking follow-up questions about those interests, it's like a life hack. It's like a cheat code. It works really well.
About this thing.
You'd be shocked.
It's not my place to give her advice in her own field. I know nothing about. The only position I know is someone who doesn't have That is
in my opinion, I think that if you base your self-esteem off of any sort of voluntary reaction from other people, you're only going to make yourself unhappy. So if you base your self-esteem around people liking you, if you base your self-esteem around people perceiving you as anything, what you're going to end up doing is eventually running into a wall with that and making yourself unhappy. That's my opinion. You've got to have your own self-image that is defined by you, it's reinforced by you, and it may be enhanced by other people, but it can stand on its own.
You did nothing to learn. You were simply born with it. People who fixate on their own intelligence, they usually have nothing going on in their lives that they can rest their self-esteem.
Well, this is another thing too, is that a lot of these pretend smart people on Reddit, there's a reason why they're on Reddit. It's because they're not smart. Like, and you can see this in any topic that, like, you know a lot about. Go on to Reddit and read about people talking about it. And these are a bunch of retards that have no idea what they're saying. Yeah, the actual thing, yeah, exactly. You have a job? Exactly, yeah. A lot of these people are just morons.
Hello. That's their one pillar they rely on. Threaten them if you shake it by being smarter than or undermining
This
their
is the same reason why a lot of Redditors insist that every streamer is stupid. It's because it creates, and you have to understand that the perception around this and insulting and calling other people dumb,
That's like
the reason why they do it is actually in order to protect their own ego.
I mean, like,
they care about being perceived or seen as somebody who's intelligent, and because they care about that so much, they don't like
bullshit like you're doing on the internet.
Let's say like, they
not that it really fucking matters. Like it's both kind of the same, you know what I mean? Like,
so if you go on LSF or you go on one of these other like subreddits, you're going to have all these people that are talking down about like content creators, talking down about like musicians, or talking down about anybody who's successful. Why is it that they have a bucket and there's a crabs in a bucket mentality for anybody who's successful? Well, the reason why is because the moment that somebody is successful that they perceive to be less intelligent than them, what happens to them is now they feel like, wait a minute, if they're smarter than I am and they're successful, well, why the fuck am I not successful? That's reaching? I don't think so. I think that almost all people in the way that they act is in some way or another related to them.
Know yourself.
It's a reality check. It is. That's the reason why they do it. It's coping.
If you know yourself, but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also
That's
suffer
the
a
one
defeat.
thing they have in life. Never undermine it or shake it. Never point out how they are wrong. They will. And what we can learn from this is one, we should not rest ourselves.
100%.
We need multiple points. If you base yourself of intelligence, you're going to be where eventually you'll reach. Yeah. I might be retarded, but I'm a
Yeah. That's the way that
It's all that's left after the fight, and now I'm searching a new way to defeat my enemy. Bloodshed. I've seen enough of death and pain. I will run, they will hunt. In vain I will hide. Never search.
I'm very confident with this, and everybody needs to hear this. One, people do not care at all how you approach them. Nobody cares about how you talk about yourself or how you frame yourself to be in front of them. Or
Absolutely. Fucking absolutely. Yes, nobody gives a fuck. Very
you say
true.
Things that are so designed to impress other people. Nobody's paying attention when you go on these long monologues. People block it out. They start to daydream. Nobody cares about you.
I've had people like this so there's been like meetings that I've been in, and there's always been people that are like this. And I know that like whenever they start going, I will watch like the call, and the amount of people will be like, Like, no, no, please, please, no, not again.
How you make them feel.
Yeah,
and also what
yes,
people
exactly.
care about and love people who make themselves feel good. What is actually valuable is the skill of making other people feel smart.
That's right.
Love, value, happy. People will love you.
And also to help them. Like, if you're smart and you know how to solve somebody's problem, and you can solve the problem, they're going to like that. They're going to like that a lot. So, and that's really the issue, is that if you really know what the hell you're talking about with something, you can help somebody and be like, yeah, I actually know a lot about this. I can help you. Do you want me to help you? And they say, yeah. It's like, all right, this is what you got to do. And a lot of people have like one or two things that they do know a lot about. Now, maybe the one thing you know a lot about is Pokemon. So you have a lot of options. But every once in a while, somebody might not know how to use the EU4. That's where you come in. That's when you're fucking ready, okay? And you don't need to be that guy for everything, man. And so that's it. Gotta catch them all. Exactly, yeah. You don't need to be that guy for everything. You don't have to know everything.
That is what is extremely important. And also, being a valuable asset in general.
Yes.
If you've supplied value to people, you give to them in whatever way you can. People
Absolutely.
will love you and value for that. And oddly enough, if you're supplying value to people, they oftentimes view you as intelligent.
Yes.
If you want to be seen as intelligent, just be competent.
This is hands down one of the most powerful AI platforms for digital marketing, similar web.
Welcome to the new era of Rust. Yup, today is Forcewipe, and with it has come one of the most game-changing updates Rust has ever seen. And no, there's no fancy new monuments or weapon. Instead, the very core of the game's progression will never be the same again. For better or worse, the world is changing, and I, as the humble solo, must evolve with it. Can a solo still survive official Rust, or are the end times on the horizon? Ooh, can I get lucky? Maybe find a green card? I'm pretty sure there is a spawn in here. Ah, it would normally be there. It's gone. Shame. Oh my gosh, it's already turning nighttime. So the Forcewipe update literally just came out about 15 minutes ago, and it obviously takes time for everyone to download it. And so even though I'm 15 minutes late into wipe, most players will still be updating and installing. So it is fairly quiet right now, but it won't be for long. And I don't know why it's already turning nighttime. That is very frustrating. I hope that's not part of new Rust. Alright, now some of you may not actually know what has come with this new update, so let me explain. And it all comes down to the barriers of...
Yes. I'm going to spend the rest of the video elaborating, as you may guess, but if you want a short answer and want to go do something else, in my humble opinion, EU5 is actually good. But in the...
Let's just talk about the immigration thing. The way it looks is horrific. When you're just arresting people in front of their kids and just normal, regular people that have been here for 20 years, that everybody who has a heart can't get along with that.
I guess I don't have a heart. I'm totally okay with it. I think we should do it more. Just because you have your kids with you doesn't mean that you're immune to consequences. Yeah. It's emotional manipulation.
Everybody who has a